Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jessica and today I have my makeup basket for you. This is not quite as chaotic as last week because even though I had some serious power outages, it's still a better week. I'm feeling a little bit better. Not perfect, I'll never be perfect, but I do feel a little bit better and I'm back to my normal self, which is definitely a good thing. But yeah, I have my makeup basket with some hair falling out, of course, and it's interesting. We'll see how it goes, but I'm kind of excited for how this is going to go, and let's get into it. So I'm going to use the same primer and the same foundation, but Bobbi Brown face base. I still got a little bit left in there. I was hoping to have it done, but when you go a while without any power, putting on your face, it's not your primary objective. So, I did have a couple days of no makeup. It is what it is. I'm okay with it. My foundation, of course, is going to be my Franken foundation. It's going to be in here for a while, and as soon as I'm done with that, I'm going to Franken some more and just keep that whole thing going. All right, still sticking with the same concealer. That's the word I'm looking for, concealer. This one actually works under my eyes, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Cream stuff. I do actually have a little bit of cream stuff in this week. I have, of course, my Franken bronzer, cream bronzer. It's working very, very well, and I have an actual, real, live cream blush this week. So we're back to the Purlisse. This is the Blush Glow BB Cheek Color in Sweet Rose. I do have some cool tones that I put into the basket this week for my eyes. So I thought, let's put in a cool tone blush. All right. Of course, the highlighter, I'm going to be using my Gold Jelly Much, so you'll see that when we get to the eye stuff. But I do have two powders in this week, three technically. I have the one that is in my magnetic palette. Those are the words I want. So of course, Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder. That's just going to stay in forever. I am going to be putting in my Coastal Scents Rice Powder. And like I said, I will get to the one in my magnetic palette when it's time for the eyes. Two blushes in this week. Yes, I don't have one in my magnetic palette. I had to double check because I did last week. So I have the one from Clinique, the Full Bloom blusher. And then I have the Kaja Play Bento Trio in Butter Up. I am going to be using the blush as well as the highlighter. So that is going to be my highlighters in there. Let's see. Lips. We're going to get onto the lips because everything else is going to be eyes. I pull all the lip stuff out. I got a lot. I did remember to put my lip balm in this week, and then I'm going to put it right back where it belongs because it makes my life easier to have it where it belongs. Let's see, lip glosses. I have two. One's a balm gloss, so we'll start with that because it's kind of in between the balm and the gloss. This one is from Glow Recipe. It is the Plum Plump Hyaluronic Gloss Balm. So I'm going to be working on that this week. It is just in for usage, and I do think I can probably get all of my uses in this week, which would be cool. It's always good when I can roll some stuff out. And then, of course, I'm keeping in Buxom Kitty because this is one I definitely want done this year. And that's a big one, so it's going to stay in. I am still working on the Ulta Lip Stain, so I'm going to keep that in this week. This one is a lipstick from Avon. It is in the shade Rich Spice, so I use that on my lips, but I primarily use it as a cream blush. So I have a cool tone cream blush, and then I have a warmer tone lipstick that I can use as a cream blush. And then I also have two lip pencils, not three this week, only two. So Buxom Hush Hush, this is the one I wear most frequently. And then Nudestix Greystone, just to kind of change up the tone a little bit. And yeah, I think we're on to eyes. Kind of like moving right along here, which that's a good thing. So of course we're going to start with the eyebrows, and it's the same two things that I've been using for quite a while. the Essence Super Last 24-Hour Eyebrow Pomade Pencil, and the Benefit Precisely My Brow Wax. Someday this is going to finish. I have the stopper out and everything, but yeah, I think it's not going to be done this week. So I'm just going to keep working on it. Mascara, of course, I'm going to be working on the Sarah Creel Back of the Cab mascara. It's what I've been using every day, and I'm going to continue using it. I have a lot of Jelly Much in this week. So I'm going to say that I've got my two usuals. Early Birdie and Desert Days. Of course, I just, I frequently have them in. I almost always have Early Birdie in. My watch is telling me I should be going to bed, but ain't nobody got time for that. I do have 3 other Jelly Much that I put in this week. So the first one is going to be No Rest for the Vivid. It is pink. Pink, pink, pink. I just want to get at least one use on that. I have it in a project for usage. I'm not going to get all those uses in this basket. That is not something I'm going to wear multiple times in a week. So if I get just one use this week, I will be very happy. And of course I have Mojave Moves. This will go with so many different things, and I may get my remaining uses on that this week. That is a strong possibility. And then this one I probably only going to get one use in, even though I need multiple uses for the project that it's in. This is Strawberry Jam. It is like kind of an orangey color, so hopefully I will get my one use on that. I think I probably can, unless it's like a horrific week and, I lose power again, or I'm not feeling well or something crazy like that, which is not out of the realm of possibility for my life. Yeah, I should hopefully get some use on the orange one and the pink one. That is my goal. I have 2 cream eyeshadows. Of course, I have the Super Shock Shadow in Ritz because that kind of stays in frequently. And then I have the e.l.f. Smudge Pot in Cruisin' Chic. I just have some more uses to get on this one. Focus there. Okay. And I do think I probably can get my remaining uses in this makeup basket, which that's a good thing because then I can roll it out and then I'll be able to roll something in on the update when that update comes up. 2 eyeliners that I'm going to show you until we get into my magnetic palette. So first and foremost is one I probably won't use as an eyeliner, but more as cooling off the lips. This is in the navy NYC? Yes, NYC. That is my only pencil eyeliner I have in this week. I know, who am I? But that's what I'm doing this week. And then I have this potted liner. This is the e.l.f. Cream Liner in black. Very black, just black. And I have this one in for uses, so I want to get some uses in on that one. And my nose is itching because it is allergy season. And now we are on to my magnetic palette. I have a lot in here because I have my Franken bronzer that I just did on Friday. I'm like, what day? Franken Friday, Jessica. Pay attention. And then I have my Franken powder. And putting them next to each other, they look very similar. This is my powder. This is my bronzer. I can assure you that even though they look similar in the pan, they don't look similar on the face. This pulls a lot darker when I put it on my face than it does in the pan. And I think it's just because I'm naturally oily, so it's going to bring out those deeper tones in it. So yeah, I have both of those. Look, I'm making very good progress on my powder. This is Zero, I think it's Zero, from the ColourPop Nightmare Before Christmas palette. This is a gel eyeliner, so the only other eyeliner, so the black and the purple, that's what I have in for this week. From the Profusion Eyes Trendsetter palette. Let's see, this is Banana Smoothie from Bare Minerals. Let's work over here. This is my Franken Brow Shade. This is Pink Chiffon from CoverGirl. Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette, that is Cotton Candy. I have the black and the dark brown. Those are from the Profusion Eyes Trendsetter palette, where this is from. This is Fame from one of the ColourPop Quints. Victorian Ruby, I think, from Coastal Scents. Look at that weird hair there. This is my super Frankened Bare Minerals Lime. Looksy, looksy, looksy. Coastal Scents. Bright Neon Pink. This is from the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. I want to say it's Hunts. I'm pretty sure it's Hunts. And this is Fire Glow from Coastal Scents. So that is my magnetic palette. That is the majority of my eyeshadow for the week. I do have the Glamlite Pizza palette. I have 2 shades in here. That one I am trying to hit pan on that's probably not going to get used this week. And another one where I have it in for usage and I'm hoping to get my uses on that one and get it rolled out this week. It's that day. And then the only other thing I have is my ColourPop Blush Crush palette. I don't have any true neutrals in this week, so this is about as neutral as it's going to get, which is kind of like berry tones, like mostly warm berry tones, but berry tones nonetheless. That is it. That is my makeup basket for the week. It's going to be interesting. I do think some of these are going to get the allotted number of uses so I can get some things rolled out. That is really a big goal of mine this week because I have, let's see, Child of the 80s coming up and I have to roll 10 more products into that. So if I can get more things rolled out this week, then it's going to be less painful to roll 10 more products into that project. So that is my goal this week. Get some things to goal and get them moved out. Jessica needs her sanity. So that's what we're doing. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Hopefully this was a fun makeup basket for you. It was fun putting this together for me. All right, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until I see you on my next video, have a beautiful day.